Alrighty, good morning, YouTube. I love this skit. Let me go ahead and post this. Now we are flying. Alrighty. Read the news. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and go over the news. Consolidation is around and around. That's okay. I can YouTube links, link in the bio. Um, I see. Yeah, I was just reading these comments. The link is in the bio. Dude, Starboy, if you're still in here, dude, you're always welcome to trade with me, bro. I'd be happy to help, despite, Oh my God, that looks like a nauseating market right there. All right, folks. So first things first. If we can pull this up, there we go. So futures and oil prices did rise slightly as investors pinned their hopes on Beijing possibly easing COVID-19 curbs, but we did see that data there. Our So we did see a little bit of a spike down around 8:30, but easing COVID-19 curbs following the recent protest, which is kind of crazy. European shares gave up some of its earlier gains while Nikkei closed lower over concerns over Japan's economic growth. Gold prices climbed as a pullback in the dollar outweighed pressure from hawkish remarks from the U.S. Federal Reserve official. I'm sorry. Dude. I'm about to. This is the most. This is some suburban shit to say. I'm about to write a really mean review. This Shure mic is kind of pissing me off. Not gonna lie. It has a USB plug-in in the back, and I don't have any tension on it. It's just a loose cord, and this thing comes unplugged or undone constantly. I apologize. I am having trouble with my microphone, so I apologize if you guys missed half of that. Thank you. How long was that? You know what? The mic quality is great, but I'm gonna say cuss words. Fucking the stupid ass cord that it came with is the same cord. Is it in your mouth? No, shut the fuck up. The USB cord sucks, dude. It's a fucking Nokia charger. A $300 mic. I'm gonna say cuss words, and they think this man is a violent extremist. YouTube is froze. Oh my god. That's all right, dude. It's okay. We're good. It is freezing. Look at that. YouTube broken. Suggesting the audio stream current buy rate. I'll buy your rate. You guys should be able to hear me. Sound check. Cybus said it don't work. Sound check. We should be good to go. All right, really quick. Let's finish this up because we're gonna have to be patient anyway. First of all, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. We have data coming in. That should be the last bit. Trading will commence for the most part for me after 10 o'clock. Okay, so we're cool. My day doesn't start at 9:30 probably. I'll let it move down. Just because I'm giving out the moves doesn't mean I'm going to play every single one of them. So 183.61, looking for a bounce, possibly around 183. Anywhere below 183, look for a drop down. My thoughts are going to be around 180, 136, but really I do see 180 as the proper bounce level. Moving into Amazon really quickly. We missed all of that. Can you start over? Yeah, I know. On YouTube, I'm good. Yeah, it doesn't work great though. It works bad. I'm serious. The plug into this is the same one that my aromatherapy diffuser uses. Are you on yet? What do you mean? Am I? Are you on yet? I am on. On what? Live? Yes. I thought you were gonna say drugs. No. uh, it'll say, "Wow, busboys." You can't say, yeah. That's a bad word. Yeah. Aromatherapy. Jean Paul, keep it to yourself, okay? I know what you're thinking. It's free. It was free. Somebody gave it to me. Why wouldn't you take a free diffuser? My house smells like fucking soap whenever I want. All right? You got that? Can you make your house smell like soap whenever you want? Probably not. All right. So I talked about this one on Amazon. Same thing. This one is sitting at support. Do you burn essential oils too? All right, you guys get y'all in a special mood this morning. Y'all see chaos like around me. Got mics unplugging, connections failing, and y'all just beating me. That's fine. That's fine. That's all I have to do. So this one, let's simplify everything. Candle open anywhere below 92.40. As high as the hourly would be preferable. 90.50. Same analysis as yesterday. Stands today. Gap fill 50% mark is 89.17. Downside target 86.44. On a bounce, I'm looking for Amazon to push, and it so far here in pre-market, we're sitting just like that, right? So we're set to chop again, right? There's plenty of space. This daily candle could drop and we could doji again. So Amazon has to break and hold above $95 with confidence, or there is no trade, period. Right? So I'm going to just warn you right now, because there is just a few more seconds before. This is the day before the data, right? That is likely just for this remainder of the week that is going to drive price action, I believe, for the remainder of the week. Um, so it's the day before. It is not a terrible idea, right, to pay attention and watch price action develop before jumping into anything. And you guys can see I've left this chart up right here. If you're on YouTube, screenshot it, Discord, whatever. Look, this is literally my plan. Everything you see right here is the plan. The green is, I know it's color coded obviously, but the green with that white right there, that's where I need a candle close inside of. That will allow me to take it possibly up into the 97, almost turned in, went Aussie there, $97 level, right? Or we drop down, which my target is again 93 to 92.80. If we drop down to, and that's a play, right? If you see that play, I'll tell you right now, we got 5 minutes left. If I was to short, right? I'll tell you right now, if I was to short, there's a gap fill here. So you have either A, you can use $94 at 93.90 for a stop loss, right? Obviously, you need to make sure that your stop loss goes with your size, right? And your account and your risk. But this is what I would do if we push below after that candle. And again, I would suspect that that gap fill could occur and you could bounce and chop. But if that moves down, my target would just simply, and it would be no ifs, ands, or buts. It goes to 92.85. That would be my target. You can TP at 93. So there's a play there for somebody who wants something quick with shorter expiration. I don't have a play here because I want to take the market in a specific, and this is discipline. A lot of the times people look at me, I have people be like, why I made money, and like, you're missing moves, and like, that's not my job to capture moves. My job is to be consistent. And my consistency comes from my ability to execute my trading plan and my setups consistently and not deviate too much and try and capture every single move. That's greed. So Ryan started the fire. I love that one. That's a great episode. Robert. Oh, Robert, I thought you were calling me to let me know. Lab Goat. Uh, I do like that downtrend. I agree very much with that downtrend and have the same target. Yeah, you could absolutely consider dropping this down, but here's the simple part of this is above 95.25 candle close. I would say again, possibly the 15 minutes okay, right? So 95.25, and then from there you have two targets. You have 95.55, right? And then you have 95.87. If you can get out of the green box, you should be good to go. But the concept here is to find a ceiling that will hopefully set up as a floor, and therefore you can use that as a mechanical stop loss, right? Because you know that if we were to lose 95 again, that would take quite a bit of selling pressure, and therefore we could possibly move to the downside. Looks like in pre-market here, we do have this goofy little support here. We'll see what that does for accounts too, but I hate all this stuff right here. I'm gonna sit up on the hourly, and of course I can't do multi-view. Would you guys prefer multi-view in the stream, or would you guys just prefer to have one ticker? I don't really mind either way because I can just flip, I have them on both. I would assume multi if I was a guessing guy. Is nobody typing? Cosm's at 81 cents. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and assume. All right. We got TSLA. I will also mention, take a look at my screen. There is a channel on Tesla here. All right. If this channel is broken, that's 182.76. Downside would be 180.85. Um, all right, y'all. We have 2 minutes. Pot or coffee? I want to make sure my fucking cord's still plugged in. Now I'm going to be paranoid. You know what I made? No, I don't think it's a good idea. Can you do that? Could I put like E6000? Well, then if the cord ever shorts out, I'm screwed. I would say right now Amazon's already rejecting and it looks to open up in that box now that I was just talking about. So let's take a look really quickly. It's pulling back now. So if you guys are on TikTok, the best place to see all of this is going to be on YouTube. So I would say that at the bell right now, 94.45 would now be my stop. If I took this at the bell, there is now no gap, right? So if I took this at the bell and I suspect we could immediately drop here. All right, 9:30, y'all. All right, already waking up at 185.95. MRO. Look at MRO with a nice gap up this morning onto that floor. Let's see if we can drive up into the 31.75 level. There goes Tesla. Amazon's moving down here. Just a little. Oh, now it's bounced right off of 93.80. I still suspect Cosm is going to pull back, but we shall see. My ex-wife works for. Nice. Am I able to buy a Porsche? Um, I mean, that's a weird question. If I wanted to, yeah, I could. I could buy it, but I would never ever buy a Porsche. I'll buy a Toyota Corolla. I'm just kidding. That's a red flag. That's a Sam Bakeman joke. 186.25. I don't. Maybe they gap and go, and they don't give them that gap fill. So far, looking at price action, my eyes are kind of veering towards Tesla. Look at that perfect little bounce off of the median. And we should get that gap fill now. And that's 183. Hey, pal. Ugh. Um, oof. You are currently looking to bounce off of 76.13, below 76.13. Watch for that move down to 69.30, 80, excuse me, 69.40. That would be my PT for today if you lost that $76. Yeah, it does look dumpy. All right, Tesla, nice gap fill there. Anybody play that? Any scalpers or anything like that? All right, Amazon is holding MRO. I don't need to watch that. Oh, Jesus, come on, man. What are you in on Meta? Do you guys notice that on the hourly here on Amazon that every single one of these candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now 10 candles are having trouble breaking and holding above that 195.45 mark? This week's contracts, I'd probably slap uh or if I was looking at December 9th and I had a smaller account, I'd probably look at the $91 puts, but I'm watching, waiting. You said SQ, right? It looks pretty much identical, but Tesla's bouncing pretty nicely. Ooh, shit. There it is. If you're watching Amazon down, the target right now is 93.50. Where would you add? That's where I would add, is below 93.50. So the first target, right? I say that because that's the median. But the first, that would be where I'm aiming down if you're looking to short. Ultimately, you could see 92.20 if you break that 92.85 level. So it's not a huge bounce level, but it is a bounce level. And so far, sellers are pushing. So right now, we can understand clearly that Amazon has a group or there's a whole slew of selling that occurs and is controlled at 94.45, right? So that's a good stop, right? Oh shit, Tesla. All right, Tesla. All right, outside of the green zone there. 182. We're not going to jump on it, but we've got 40 seconds, I guess, in this 15-minute candle here. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I need to pull up my other TikTok stream, but I'm watching here because if Tesla bounces, you know damn well Amazon's not going down to 92.80. So far, right now, looking at the hourly and the 15-minute though, um, pretty convincing. Now, at this in the same breath on Tesla, y'all, I will take this bounce. I will. And in fact, if we can get a 5 minute candle close just above 184.35, um, or open, I'll take one off of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the contracts. I think for me, I like December. I think I'll go ahead to December 9th. I'm going to go with a simple day trade. I thought that was broken. Um, yeah, I'll go with a simple day trade on this one, but because this is support, if we do get a bounce, I'll use that same 184.35 as a stop. I will add, or if there is a real bounce, if we can get a candle close above 185 period, just a candle open above 185, I think we should see a decent move or bounce to the upside based off of that. But I'm just letting you know what I will do. I'm not telling you what I have done. Just to make sure this mic's plugged in. Do I trade crypto? No, I do not. Very much no. And then to the downside, if a candle closes below 182.60, the same right. So I talked about this yesterday. That right here, right, where you see that buyers have stepped up, that's where you don't want to go again. So that would be a solid mechanical stop. And then this may be also that choppy movement that I was talking about yesterday. Oh man, that bounce looks juicy. Look at that, y'all. Look at it. Just look at it. Yeah, we'll see if the sucker. Yeah, we'll see if it bounces. QQQ is dropping hard, ish. Is it okay to trade with COVID? I don't like trading when I'm sick, but Tesla targets to the upside. Pre-market highs are 186.10. Well, it's actually a little bit higher than this. I think it's 186.50, but candles closing at 186.10. Then we've got first target's going to be 187.75, 188.50. And for me, I believe that the proper target should be around 192.75. So Cosm's trying to shorting anything right now. We'll see. I'm just sitting. Remember, data. If you forgot, data. 10 o'clock. We've got 20 minutes. Go refill your coffee. Go. I don't know. Go bark at your dog. Creep him out. Um. Let's see here. You know what's funny is I actually have a Neo put. I started with $500, and I turned it into $28 million in 3 days. No. I turned it into $80,000 and blew that shit. Beautiful bounce there, Tiesto. I did. I bought it off of. I learned everything from Charlie's course. We've got consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. Doo-doo-doo. Is Apple going to dump 30? How long did it take to? So I had a tendency to take my $500 or my 250 and turn it into 10K or even close to that. But I had a bad habit of blowing it immediately after. So when I say 80K, I mean I made 80K in chunks. Ooh, Cosm. Cosm new high. Well, not technically new highs because this is not after hours. It's still chopping, just like we talked about. Remember that choppy chop? We need that. Go Tesla, go. Yeah, stop looking at stuff. We're good though. We have nothing other than what. Yeah, look at that. There's nothing there. But that channel looks. Daddy needs some new tires. I can tell you how to get new tires. So you just get 4 cinder blocks, um, a lift, and a wrench or a tire iron. No, I'm just kidding. Looks like the whole market's in limbo. The whole market's waiting. You know what I mean? It's just like today being possibly shitty. right? Um, it's the because the data tomorrow. So right now the price action is probably shitty because the data here in a few minutes. We'll see if the data, the consumer sentiment is enough. But all right, I need to go get coffee. So I did not take any courses. Most of the most of the material that I learned from or read is in the Discord. Most of it. I'll have to go through and accumulate more. Uh, go back through my files. I'll be back. All right. And like I thought, nothing moved. Is everybody being patient? So I don't want to ever claim self-taught like fully. You know what I mean? Like I learned so much from listening to other traders that I was around. I mean, I've known most of the admins, from day one. Not day one, but most of the admins I've known them for a long time. So even learning from them, Manny. I've learned from Manny. I learned from Top Shelf. I learned from. I had a Uber driver during the pandemic who was a ex stock rich stockbroker who drove a like it was a really nice Mercedes. And I was like, "Why you do this?" He's like, "I just lonely." He was just wanted to talk to people. So kind of what's going on? I'm watching Amazon. Amazon's moving down right now. Yeah, I told you guys I wasn't gonna play that one. So if you guys are playing, it's fine. 92.85 is the target. Right now, it's at the median target of 93.40, 93.50. So it's a good, decent scalp, but I'd like it to move down before all the way down. There you go. There you go. Now, Tesla, Tiesto. I don't know why I keep calling it that. Shark Attack in the Aquarium. Um, let's see here. Okay. So I would say right now a solid target down for Tesla is 181. Now, if Amazon gets below 92.88, then 92 is the target, and then we tap that bottom support. That's a whole nother story. That's what's the catalyst for that? You know what I mean? What is? So anyway, just to wrap that up, uh, I learned from that guy. I've learned from a lot of different resources, but the number one thing I learned from was fucking up. But unknowingly, I was using um, uh, I mean, I was using a small amount of liquidity over and over again, and I was able to build it into something that I was starting to be emotional about. You know what I mean? So once you start to draw in those emotions, then you start to deal with like the real problems. And then I really started to diving into trading psychology, and that was kind of like a big turning point as well. Um, Big stepper, good job with the 15% on Apple. Scalper scalp. Yes, Pal is speaking tomorrow. All right, Cosm is going to pull back. I'm pretty sure now. Looks like shorts are bundling up on this one. If anybody shorts stocks, $61 would be my target. Right now, 75 would be my stop. Yeah, still looking at 62, 60, 61. Depends on how rapidly this falls. But I'm not super concerned. I think by the end of the week, if the market keeps heading up, that we'll be all right. So, all right, if you did take Amazon and you had good patience, and you should be making money right now. And here comes the El Targarito. So look at Amazon and extended hours. If you guys are confused, take a look at that. If that doesn't validate that more for you, so right here, it's exactly what I said was going to happen. It looks like it's pulling back. So let's see if we get next target right now is 92.22. We just no, we already tapped it 92.25. So just 92.80 right below that. Hal is speaking today. Correct. Oh, no, that is yes. No, they corrected themselves. Damn, that's another person. That there's a lot of people. Look at it. What was it? I forgot who said that this morning. Yeah, I'm not gonna tweet that. What am I talking about? All right, we got 9 minutes till consumer confidence. See if we're confident in consumerism. Do I short any of the Bitcoin miners? No, I mostly stay away from crypto, man. ADD is climbing up though. What are you talking about? ADD? Color Star Technology. That one's got to close above 85.16. I don't know anything about that though, so. Uh, if you're on TikTok, if you guys don't mind, while we have a little bit of a lull, tapping your screen. Appreciate that. Several What is this mic's problem? Um, you guys hear me? You know what? This is broken trend. It is broken. It's absolutely broken trend line. So below 182, and then after that data too as well. I don't want to add before that data. That's just not good practice. So we'll wait. Watch 180.72. This is the next bounce level. All right. Any pulse check here. Uh, yes, great job on Apple, everybody in the Discord with Big Stepper, man. And if you're looking for that target on Amazon, it's coming. Shorted Tesla. Super proud of you guys. Awesome. Great job. If consumer confidence comes out as it comes out ass, then we could just spend the day. We already have, the comments by the feds, and then really people could just be that could drive fear into the market. The Qs are hanging on by a thread right now. We've got 280.50 as a potential target here to the downside. So, she. All right. I added two more, and that's it. Under that 182. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. $93 touched on Amazon. Cool. Dude, everybody thought, dude, what the hell is going on? Everybody thought that Powell was speaking today. That's wild. There must be uh, some collective consciousness stuff going on. Let me make. Thank you guys for helping with the mic. I have no idea what on earth is the problem with my mic, other than the cord. This cord sucks really bad, and I need to tape it. Yo, I mean the mic is dope. The mic is super dope. I love the mic, but I don't like the cord. There is like a bigger cord, like a three-pronged cord in the back. And that thing looks sturdy. Puts. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, no, no. I was watching that bounce. I was watching for a candle close. Somewhere up above into the pre-market, highs, which was 184.44. So, but no, I took a light position, 177.50s, December 9th. So, uh, especially with consumer data, we got 2 minutes till consumer data. So I have a smaller size position. I'll close out of them. No Fed meeting today. No. That's right. There was the article. Watch COSM to drop here. If you do short shares, I will say it one last time. 68 cents right here. So, oh, dude, it's not that mic. It's the cord on my mic that sucks. Marijuana Company of America. Okay. Mind your positions. If you are in anything, be careful, my friends. Do not negotiate, right? Do exactly as you said you were going to do. And with that, you get the opportunity to learn from your trade without depression. 10 a.m. Say it. Say it, Charlie. Guys, do you see the red line on my chart? That's 182.88. Out. Everything. All gone. You don't have to ask. I'm out. Literally, I'll hit that market. Because look at the cues. If we bounce, we got the squeeze. We could see a quick retest of 283.42 and then dump, but Charlie, did I mute him? No, I didn't. Forecast actual. Okay. I mean, it's in line. Damn. You bounced Tesla, Russ? Yes. Right now it's sitting up against my stop loss. I think if you're in this with me, you might lose like if you have the same exact position size as I do, you might lose like 60 or 70 bucks. So we're okay. We're retesting that area that we broke. Everybody being patient. Those of you who took Apple, Amazon on your own accord, that is what our Discord purpose is for. Super happy. Super happy you guys did that. Um, especially having, I mean, Amazon, that was a perfect setup right there. And again, being able to see a setup and know that it's just not your setup is good practice as well. Guys, Confluence at 280.60 on QQQ if we do continue lower. So watch that as a bounce spot. Ugh. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I miss the bull market because these I feel like it's 3 out of 5 days that we get this type of action, and then it's like the rest of the days you might get some excitement, but man, those Monday through Friday. I mean, even the beginning of the bear market was like that too. So INX news bearish. Yeah, barely. Right now I'm in a small 177.50 put position for December 9th. I see what you did there. 555. Not the second fill. Second fill was 565 and 570, which those are down. Boring. All right. Do it. It's 10 o'clock, man. If it goes up, man, it's got to go up with some juice. It needs the juice. Data somehow made the day less exciting. Listen, if we have to walk away, right? The majority of traders are going to be sitting at their desk, searching, hunting, trying trying to squeeze something out of the market. And again, not saying that if we go up, that's what's going to happen, but at the moment, observing the price action that we see, unless something changes, uh, this is typically not the best. Which means if you are disciplined and this doesn't end up doing what you want it to do, right? Then you'll be the few who are sitting in cash, waiting, watching, um, and able to take this time to observe in order to take that next high probability play. Right now, folks, we're literally just sitting up against my stop. Um, I do see a resistance from the highs moving down with pre-market in mind, which tells me there's a possibility that we just go ahead and V-shape, but we don't break. So we could even retest 185, and that's just going to keep us in range. And so and it looks like we're moving up right now, so I'm going to go ahead and exit. All right, I trimmed off those two ads. Now I have my original entry, and I'm out. I did not get filled on that. I got to mark it. I'm out now. Those of you looking for a bounce, right? You could be looking for that bounce here. I'm out of Tesla, out of Tesla. So yeah, just waiting and watching. It's just patience game. Small loss. I'm going to let's see. We just retest. We are retesting and inside of that 183 mark. This candle would have to close back down below 182.70 in order to be bearish enough to continue lower. So yeah, so if the price action doesn't fit the play that you're looking for, or if it, and especially if it hits your stop, a lot of the times when the price action chops like this, a lot of people start to negotiate. Well, there's just do it. If I'm wrong, right? Let's say this goes in this test, um, this mark, right, 184.20. Then I know that I took the wrong position size, right? And if it rejects and then dumps, then I know that, I maybe took the wrong contract or I should have entered sooner. But I deny myself that learning opportunity if I don't just do what I say. And then I'm able to make that next trade. Looks like Cosm's sitting there looking still like it's going to move lower. Amazon is still just barely sitting. Still looks like it might tap 92.80. I know, Rod, you're long, right? Rod, watch for if you're long on Tesla right now, anywhere back below 182.90, that would be my stop if I was getting into the long. I'm not. But in above that 184.30 mark, I would be suspecting you'll see a 185.50 retest, maybe even 186.30. So now, this is a good time to step back and look at the hourly and see how volume is adding up. So let's see if that, and mind you, let's see how if it does fake out and pull off that ascending triangle type deal, right? So that would be definitively on Tesla, 186.27 open, and then the target is 188.60 which sets us up for a potential long into 196. So if you are taking, this seems like an ample opportunity for me to, um, and I would like for anybody who's in a smaller account to take this with caution, or find your own version. But due to the fact that there is so much data tomorrow, I do want to try and take advantage of the potential volatility in a strangle straddle possible strategy going into tomorrow. Um, so that's going to, I'm going to look at Tesla for that move, considering that it's at the median. So both 177 and 195 are suitable targets. And that even that being said, we could see as low as the gap being filled at 170. So I can choose something that's cheap, out of the money, right? And then add to it or take profit on it, roll it out if I think that that move is going to continue to extend itself. We have observed on the higher time frame that Tesla is currently up against its downtrend, right? That is well established. We've talked about that over and over, and on Sunday, yesterday. So it's kind of at that mark where we're also contracting enough where we should, with the rest of the market, see some sort of expansion going into next week. So again, I would like for you to use your own risk, right? So if that means that you take something similar on Amazon, if you want to run it by me, feel free to do so. You could do this on anything, but I'm going to choose Tesla. So the way that I'm going to do this, and again, $100 is a lot of money, right? But I'm going to spend about $100 on each position, right? So that's going to be, um, uh, I'm probably going to do the 210 December 9th, right? It's not the target, but IV and everything else coming in tomorrow would likely drive that up considerably. And I expect that it would allow me to do both, where if it does end up moving expeditiously, even if I cut one of these contracts for 50% loss, um, I would still be able to make that money back on the other side. So I'm going to take this 210 call for December 9th. Now, due to the fact that we still have, we are up against resistance, right? What happens at resistance? Generally, speaking in a downtrend, if you're going to continue lower, you're going to see a rejection. And if that rejection happens, and this could even mean that we gap up, right? Because the data in the morning, and if we were to gap up just barely above that and fall back into this zone, I would very much start aiming for the tart for the gap. Could you explain this play using Amazon too? Sure. Yeah, I can do that. No, I'm going to take both now. Yeah. I don't expect now, let's say this goes for low of day, or if you are in Amazon, my target has just been smashed. Yep, I saw it solve this. Yeah, perfect, on the money. If you guys are watching the, why do I have cues up here? Take a look at this 1 hour chart, man. That is beautiful. Look at that. And that's a confluence, right? So when I'm picking targets, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So the reason that I even said 92.80, 92.83 is because of the confluence that I see here. So let's see if we get the response. If you're in an Amazon, yep, trimming, right? This is a bearish setup. That is something to consider. Um, but this, if you're going to hold, the next target down is this orange line. That's $92. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a put on Tesla. Now this one gets a little bit more tricky because the IV is so jacked up that what happened? Something about GMO corn. Um, but this one gets a little bit tougher because the premium skips up faster. So what I have to do is I got to spend a little bit more money on the downside because I need to hit the 160. That's the contract that will be bought. So I'm purchasing that now at 137. Um, Now, whatever happens today, if you choose to cut one, or let one run because we just are continuing to dump, by all means, that's totally understandable. Um, but this is I'm not going to call it a gamble because it's not, because I'm taking a this is a strategy. I'm utilizing this strategy to add to a position, a winning position, right? That would likely be the first thing that I take profit on if I'm looking to roll it out into next week or whatever the case may be. And look at that perfect bounce off of 93. That that's money, dude. Put it on a cracker. All right. Now, again, if you're in a small account, this I would obviously take anything that's $100. $200 loss on a $5,000 account is not something that we want to do, right? Even a 10K, 15K account. 200 loss is something that you don't just shake a stick at. So I will take a look at Amazon really quick though, and we'll go over kind of how I would play this one as well. So this one has a lot more um, as far as distance. So right now I see a high of 104.93, or excuse me, 103.95. And that's to the upside. So that's quite a move. And to the downside, given the fact that we're where we would have to break, and we're close to it, that's 92. If we move below 92 and 90.50, like we talked about previously, then I would fully suspect that we'll see the 88. And then that's also looking at Tesla and Amazon to all make new lows. So that would be probably $85 on Amazon uh, to the downside. So if I was to trade this one, I would look at December 9th, same expiration. And now let me also explain this. I'm planning on rolling this out. You can just take a longer expiration and go further out on something else. Look at Tesla with the bounce. You're not getting any money out of this shit today. Not right now. That's what market makers are chanting. All right, big squeeze. They just caught shorts right there. You can see sellers trying to take that stand one more time, but that's a lot of pressure and an engulfment. So you could and should see that next little pop up 184.75. So I'm not even looking at those contracts now. The Tesla calls and puts. If this thing squeezes, it's the same thing as tomorrow, right? And think about it this way too. If it squeezes, it squeezes. Don't question the squeeze. So if it moves up and out, and right here we've talked about what happens when you lose a level and then you reclaim it. Oftentimes that's when you see some of your more expeditious movement. So 184.65 is the median here. That's also a 200-day EMA confluence. So above that, I would expect for Amazon to move into the 186.45, and that would make this a flag. That would validate this, right? And then validate this, which again should drive it up into the 185.50, like I said. So Amazon bounced absolutely perfect at my mark. So it's just sitting there. We'll see if it builds on top or if it bounces. So right now, Tesla's bouncing. So okay, so if I'm looking at now this one, you could throw $100 at it as well. Uh, but if I'm looking down, I'm gonna go with 88 or 89. I think that 85 is a little bit. I mean, if you're in a smaller account, whatever. That's $50. Um, you could grab an $85 put, but for the most part, I think I like the concept of I like 88 or 89. And if you want, you can just hit 90s. But the upside, I think, same difference there. 98 or even the 101 mark would be suitable contracts for the strategy. Now, Tesla is starting to look pretty interesting. Tesla's getting up into that median. Don't FOMO in anything. If this isn't your play, don't take it. Let's go to the hourly. All right, so the hourly is showing us we got a nice near engulfment candle. The red zone's still there at 185.20 and 186. So if you get that bounce there, then this might end up being a green day. Which December 9th strike for the put? Are you talking about on Amazon or on Tesla? Amazon bounced right there. Yes, busboy. If it squeezes now, I would cut the put, let the call ride. I would even take profit on the call and re-enter the whole thing. So for sure. So if the same strategy, so the same call measures, right? So I would say above 186, go ahead and ditch the put, right? And know that we're probably going to end up heading all the way back up. Um, Damn, Tesla fucking flew up there, man. That's a engulfment of the body. I'm waiting for Cosmos to fall. All right, Tesla's up against that mark. What'd you say? Hold on one second. 185, 85, 185.90. Watch that mark. My Tesla puts right now are the 160 December 9th. Yeah, 185 somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Just waiting, sitting, still. I'm not taking it. That is not big size, right? That is a starter position for what will likely be rolled into. So Good exit on those puts, man. There it is. Now, if you're looking to enter Tesla, right? That's the little box that we want to move and close into, and you can already see that sellers are trying to keep it out. So I would say 186.42, and you should be on your way to 188. This type of price action makes me tired. Tesla stopped there. Amazon is just pitted up against 93.60. Why? Why? Yeah. Because my mic is stupid, dude. This cord's driving me nuts. You don't have to trade every move. Yeah, you like Tesla move from 182, 185. That's a nice bounce, right? Scalpers eat it up, but for us, day traders, we need something a little bit more tangible. Even 186.35 for the preparation of a break to 186, and looking for new highs. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that put. Yeah, I just cut the put, and we'll enter it, re-enter it in a minute. Below the green line, 184. If you're feeling confused, you're feeling overwhelmed, or anything like that, just consider the fact that this, all of this, is just leading up into tomorrow, right? Where we have had a lack of data, and therefore a lot of these zones have been where we've been bouncing in and out of. So it's important to be patient. Those Tesla calls that we got though. PayPal has a triangle. It's starting from the highs here. This is a bilateral setup. But right now it looks like it might give you one more tap either tomorrow, or I would say 82.50 possibly, or 82.15, somewhere in that range. But you got 1, 2 bounces, so as long as you can hold 79.25, you should be green. But heavy consolidation. So I would be looking for a candle to close outside of the 81.12 or $79 range. Yeah, I'll sit out. I would imagine though above 186.50 we should see 180. We should see the highs, which is 188.28. Yep. If you right now, I would say having a tight stop on whatever it is that you have, having a tight stop, or I'm sitting, right. I haven't entered anything. I have the Tesla calls and puts, but I'm just sitting. I'm just waiting, and I know better than to try and force something today. Did it respond to consumer confidence? No. Do we have any other comments? It kind of did. I mean, a bit of a response, but do we see continuation off of that? No. So Tesla puts here just made a full reversal. I'm tired watching chop. We need the market needs a move. Yeah, it does look bearish, but I also see a sneaky little triangle type thing that we could chop in. So if everybody sees it clearly, then it's we probably gotta manipulate. Yeah, you could rebuy the put. If we close, I like the green line right here. So whatever. If there's nothing left to do except for just watch, I'll just mute myself and just sit and watch. There's no need to over narrate. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, it could run right to 183 from here. I don't think you're wrong, Rod. 184.45 first level support. You mean resistance? Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I have one. Uh, one 143.25. Yeah. All right. Hold on a second. All right, TikTok, YouTube. Um, this is Chop. Normally in the morning in the Discord, I'll hop back on. I'll leave my stream up, and I'll hop back on whenever we see a break of range. So we're looking for a big extended move. Probably gonna come tomorrow. That's why I called for Chop. It's exactly what we're getting. We don't trade Chop, so just for my own sanity, I'm gonna go ahead and step off for a minute. And as soon as that uh, choppiness ends, then maybe we can catch a play. But there's not really any catalyst that I think may be driving us further up or down. Why trade stock instead of S&P? It's so correlated. Because the S&P is mostly algos. Not that that's any different anywhere else, but um, it's it meant to take advantage of the human emotions and is a more erratic. I like being able to get to know a specific stock, and it usually behaves that way for quite a while. Whereas SPY, it's kind of erratic, but it's just a personal preference. Yeah, bro, it's probably going to cause a squeeze or something. So hold on a second.